The Wildhearts trading card game begins with players each drawing 7 cards. They can either choose to keep these 7 cards or put them back on top of their deck, shuffle, and then draw another set of 7 cards. Next, the player with the lowest power between their 2 familiars will choose which field to set aside. The field set aside, the owner will gain the first player token. Next, players will then place a resource from their hand. They will do this by taking any card they choose and placing it into their resource row. Next, players will then deploy out their familiars. Alternating one at a time, players will then place one of their familiars into a different field that was randomly placed in either the 1, 2, or 3 slot. Once both players have deployed their familiars, they will then determine which fields are going to be active or inactive this round. They'll do this by shuffling the judge's deck, drawing a card, and revealing it, and it will tell the players which fields that they will be fighting over for that round. A round will consist of both players taking one action each, alternating back and forth until a player decides to pass. Once they pass, they are now no longer in the turn order, and the alternating player will then be able to take as many actions in a row until they also choose to pass. Once both players have passed, then they go into the scoring phase. Fields are scored one at a time, starting from 1, and then 2, and then 3. So any effects that will be applied during the scoring phase will be applied during each individual field in sequential order. After 4 rounds, or if whenever a player hits 20 victory points, once this is reached, the game will go into the end of game procedures. If both players are tied at this point, then they will play another round and then continue this pattern until a round will end with a player with more victory points than the other. How you score victory points is a numerous different ways. The fields are each marked with different victory points. Depending on which fields the players choose to bring, they will have a different assigned point value to them, as well as there are some cards that may award victory points themselves. How you win a field is not just creatures battling each other and bashing into one another. Instead, it is a joint effort. Everyone is working together on your team to have a total power level greater than your opponent's at the end of the round during the scoring phase. So that way, then you can win those victory points.